Hello Year 6. Got a sign that says hello Year 6 as well. I've been making YouTube videos for Years 7, 8 and 9 and you guys have been missing out or escaping unscathed, whichever way you want to think of it, whether you think it's a good thing or a bad thing to have to watch YouTube videos. And anyway, here you are, a YouTube video for you. So last week we got up to the end of chapter 7 in Matilda, and that was where we were introduced to Miss Honey. Now Miss Honey we liked. In chapter 8 we're going to be introduced to Mrs. Trunchbull, the headmistress of the school that Matilda has just started at. Now Mrs. Trunchbull we do not really like. You will find that. So your first task is to read that chapter, to read chapter 8. Now once you've done that, you're going to draw a picture of Mrs. Trunchbull for me, showing that you have taken notice of how Roald Dahl describes her. So what words does Roald Dahl use to describe her appearance, and draw a picture of her with that in mind and label it with the words that he's used to describe her. Okay, so that should be nice and fun. And then as an extension task, if you think you can manage it, if you could just describe for me the time that you met the scariest person that you've ever met in your life so far. And you can use similes, we've been using similes before, do you remember, to show how scary that this person was, and it can be fictional. Now similes are comparing two things by using a word such as like or as. So he was as terrified as a mouse. That's a simile because I've compared him to a mouse using the simile like a mouse. Okay, brilliant. Chapter 9 then for Matilda is the one that you're going to do next. This one's called The Parents. Now in this chapter, Miss Honey goes to Matilda's parents' house to explain to them just how much of a genius Matilda is. And that meeting doesn't go particularly well, actually. After you've read that chapter, the tasks are, firstly, Mrs. Wormwood says that girls should only worry about their looks so they can get a husband. Now this is sexism, okay, because it's treating girls and boys differently and unfairly. Now we know obviously that girls can do anything boys can do and boys can do anything girls can do. So I want you to write a letter to Mrs. Wormwood telling her how girls can do all the same things boys can. Okay, you're going to write a letter to Mrs. Wormwood, to Matilda's mum, explaining that to her. Your next task is, because Mrs. Wormwood tells Miss Honey, you chose books, I chose looks. I want you to reread the section that she says that, to give yourself the context, give yourself what was happening at the time that she said that, and think about what she meant by that. What did Matilda's mum mean when she said, you chose books, I chose looks? And why is Miss Honey surprised at that? Okay, once you've done that, I've just got a couple of little quizzes for you that I've created. Now these are not to do with Matilda at all, but they are quite fun. Okay, the first one is this one here. If I turn everything around, you might be able to see it. Okay, so this one is about choosing the correct spelling for each word. So I've got a link to this one, and what you do is you scroll down, ignore all the adverts for Halifax, you essentially tell your parents they can get some insurance with Halifax, and you click play quiz. Now it comes up with a definition up here. A definition is just what a word means. So this one, you may well not be able to say, but this one says for certain or without doubt. And we've just got to pick which is the correct spelling of the word that means that. So the word that means for certain or without doubt is definitely. And we've got 4 spellings here. Now, what we want to do is we want to pick the right one. Now, I'll pick one of the wrong ones as an example, and it comes up red like that. Oh, and it tells you which is the right one. Okay, so go through, try and get as many of them correctly as you can, and it'll tell you how many you got right at the end. It'll show you what the correct spellings were as well. Okay, and the other quiz is this one. Again, we've got meanings of words, definitions, but this time we're matching the words to their definitions. So when we go down, this time and click play quiz. What we've got, you won't be able to make them out, but you'll be able to do this when you get to it. We've got the definitions, the meanings of the words on this side, and what the actual words are on this side. And we've got to match up the two. So we'll select one on this side and one on that side, and we got it wrong, so it flashed up red. But it'll let us try again. Okay, so those are the two quizzes for you, and we've gone through the 2 chapters of Matilda you're reading. So enjoy that, and let me know how you get on Microsoft Teams. Okay, thanks very much.